morning, students. Lastly, we are discussing about the control structure, and into the control structure we know that it consists of two different parts, that is one decision making statement and second is looping control statement. Into the decision making statements, various types of options we have covered, like if else, multiple if else, and switch with theory as well as practical. Now after that we have started with the second option, that is looping control structure. After discussing the definition of looping control structure, we have gone through the first type in a looping control structure, that is a go-to statement. Theory as well as many practicals we have done for go-to statements also. Lastly, we have stopped by discussing all these exercises into the go-to statement. Now, after this, a very important portion of entire unit number 2 is going to be start, that is the types of loop. Before going in details of types of loop, I would like to say the definition of looping control structure again. Looping control structure means it's a logical structure which repeats the entire program till the condition is true. So this entire repetition is dependent onto the statistic of condition. If the condition is true, it repeats the statement. Once the condition becomes false, the entire repetition of the loop becomes false. So there are mainly 4 types of looping control structures are available in C. Number 1 is while, that is called as entry level loop. Second is do while, that is called as exit level loop. Number 3 is for, and number 4 is continue. So these 4 options now we are going to start one by one in our next lectures or with the continual lectures also. In our today's session, we are going to discuss about entry level loop, that is called as while. Now, why this is called as entry level statement, or what the reason behind this while is called as entry level loop, that is going to be clear into the theoretical session. Now entry level loop means the first condition is checked, and if the condition is true, then the block of code is going to be executed, that is called as entry level loop. Now into the logical portion of this entire looping control structure, we need to first satisfy the condition, and if the condition is true, then the block of entire code will be executed. We'll also see this entire scenario into the syntax also. Now suppose we want to use this looping control structure into the flowchart, then using this type of symbol and repetition we can go ahead for using entry level control structure into the flowchart. First we have to satisfy one condition into the diamond symbol. If this condition is true, then the body of program will be executed and the entire flow repeats, and if the condition is false, then there should be the termination of entire block, which you can see into the flowchart. Now into the while loop, the syntax of while loop is like this. First, while is the keyword for writing the while loop, and then into the bracket we need to specify the condition without semicolon. Yes, in this statement we don't have to write a semicolon after this while statement. This is the first statement that we are facing during the experience of C, starting from the first lecture, that where we don't have to write semicolon after this condition. So remember that into the while loop, after the condition we don't have to write semicolon. Again I am repeating the syntax of while loop. While into the bracket condition, opening bracket, then the repetitive statements that we want to repeat, which contains a semicolon line by line, and then the closing bracket, which is also displayed into the slideshow that I am showing you. Now theory of while loop says, here the condition is evaluated first, and if this condition is true, then the block of statement is going to be executed. This process is repeated till the condition is true. the control structure moves out of the block once the condition is false. Now it is not necessary to enclose the body of loop in pair of braces if body contains only the one statement. This is very important. Say for example, into the while loop there is only a single statement, then no need to write the brackets, that is the opening bracket and closing brackets. We'll demonstrate it practically also. Now let's go for some practical using the while loop. So let me start the C. The first program, which is general for all the concept of looping control structure, that is write a program to print 1 to 5 number using while loop. Right, this is the definition of program. Now after writing the structure of C, let me start with the core logical part of entire program. For this I need to first declare a one local variable, that is integer a equals to 1, because I want to start from 1 to 5. So integer a equals to 1, then the basic function clr then while a is less than equals to 5, it's a condition. Here I am not writing the semicolon as I have specified into the theory, then opening and closing brackets, then 1 to 5 I want to print, so printf %d comma a, then from first time it prints 1, then I want to increment it, then in the next line a plus plus, which is a postfix increment operator, which increase the value of a by 1, so 1 becomes 2 into the second repetition. Now after saving this program, let's compile it. There is no syntactical errors are available. Then after execute that particular program, it shows 1 2 3 4 5 onto the screen as specified into the definition of program. But now I want to print all these numbers into the separate line. So simple, here I am adding /n into the printf statement, which prints 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now let's see this program by debugging the code. For that I am pressing F7 from the computer's keyboard. Here the value of a is initialized by 1, so a is equals to 1. Then it checks that is a is less than equals to 5, so yes, a is less than equals to 5 because the value of a is 1, so 1 is printed onto the screen. 1 becomes 2, repetition goes up, 2 is checked with 5, is it less than equals to 5, so yes, condition is true, so 2 will be printed, then 3 will be printed, then 4 will be printed, then 5 is also going to be printed. 5 became 6, but at that time this condition becomes false and repetition stops. So finally we'll get the output 1 2 3 4 5 onto the screen. Now let's see the same code for better visibility into the notepad. C drive, turbo C disk, turbo C bin, and the program that I have saved with the name called 2.c. I am opening that code. This is the code. After this definition, or you can say the comment, there is a basic structure of C. Value of a is 5. Here a is checked, that means 1 is checked. Is it less than equals to 5? This condition becomes true, so this block of statement will execute. First of all, it prints the value of a, that means 1 is printed. Now 1 becomes 2 by this a plus plus, repetition goes up. Here the 2 will be checked, is it less than equals to 5, so yes, it is less than equals to 5, then 2 will be printed. 2 becomes 3 over here, 3 is also checked over here, condition is true, so 3 will be printed, same like that 4 will be printed, same like that 5 will be printed. Then once the 5 is printed, 5 becomes 6 also, but for 6 in this repetition, this condition becomes false, So this block of statement terminates, and finally we'll get an output like this onto the screen, because I have added slash n for displaying all the numbers in new line. Now students, in my another program, I am not going to give again the repetitive theoretical explanation about slash n. I will directly put you to understand that what is the purpose of this slash n, right? So I hope all of you got the idea about how while loop works. Just remember that no need to put a semicolon over here. Semicolon is not allowed into the syntactical part of while loop. Now let me go back into the C. Now the next program is, I wish to print 5 to 1 number. So let me change the definition. Write a program to print 5 to 1 number using while loop. So over here I need to initialize the value of a is equals to 5. Then I have to go into the decreasing way. So a greater than equals to 1, because 5 to 1 I want to print. Same printf statement, no need to change anything, and instead of this a plus plus I need to go for a minus, because a minus minus, because 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1 I want to print. It will print 5 4 3 2 1 onto the screen. Let's check the program by saving the program, then compiling and running the code. You will get 5 4 3 2 1 onto the screen. Now let's see the same code in Notepad also. Here I have opened the Notepad. This is the code, very simple, short, very less number of logical lines are there. After the structure of C, there is an initialization of value called a with 5, because I want to start with 5. Then CLR SCR, then while a greater than equals to 1, because I want to go up to 1. It will check that the value of a becomes 1 or not. Then it prints the value of a. That means in the first rotation it prints 5 onto the screen. 5 becomes 4, repetition goes up, 4 is also greater than equals to 1, 4 will be printed. Here I am writing 5, then 4, 4 becomes 3, 3 is also greater than equals to 1, so 3 will be printed. 3 becomes 2 by this statement, 2 is also greater than equals to 1, so 2 will be printed. 2 becomes 1, 1 is also greater than or equals to 1, so 1 will be printed. Then 1 becomes 0, but for this 0, this condition becomes false, so finally we'll get an output onto the screen like 5 4 3 2 and 1. So in this way this program works. Let's make some another program for more practice. Let me go into the C. Now what I want to do in this program, I want to print forward 1 to n number. That means user have to enter their choice up to which the repetition of statements requires, and up to that a program will print the number. So let me change this a is equals to 1, a less than equals to n, and before this while loop I have to give the choice for user to enter their value. Enter your value, then scanf scanf %d comma ampersand n, then a will be printed, and instead of this a plus plus I have to write a plus plus. Now let's see this logic is correct or not. Something is missing, undefined symbol, and yes, here I have not declared the variable called n. I have to declare it. So now there are no syntactical errors. Let's compile this code. Now suppose I am entering 7. That means the entire loop repeats 7 times and it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it's there onto the screen. Let me check for some other value. Now suppose I am entering 9. I will give you 1 minute to just decide that what will be the output. Just decide yourself. Suppose I enters 9, then what will be the output? Yes, you are right. The output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this program is also correct. Let's go and check it into the notepad how I have done this code. C drive, turbo C, disk, bin and 2. I am overwriting all these programs. You don't have to overwrite the program. You have to create a separate files for every programs. No need to overwrite the program. Just keep this thing in your mind. No need to overwrite the program, right? Now after the structure of C, here integer a is equals to 1 and enter your value, scanf percentage d n percent n, while a less than equals to n, that means it will check the value of a is less than or equals to n or not. Here I am entering the value called 7. So n became 7. 1 is less than equals to 7. Yes, it is less than equals to 7. So here I am writing the output. 1 is printed. Then 1 becomes 2. 2 is also less than 7. 2 will be printed. Then 3 will be printed. Then 4 will be printed. 5 also there. 6 and 7 also there. Lastly, the value of a is 7. Now 7 becomes 8. For this 8 is not less than the value of n, which I have specified as a 7. So this condition becomes false, and finally we will get an output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 onto the screen. So I hope this program is clear for all of you. Now let's make some change in this program which gives us a new program onto the screen, and in this I want to go for n to 1 number. For n to 1 number, everything remains as it is up to this scanf statement. Here I have to check that n is greater than equals to a. Instead of this a, I have to print n because I have to start with n, and this a plus plus becomes a minus minus. Let me first check the output of the program. Let me enter 5. What will be the output? That is 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Something is wrong. Yeah, I have made mistake over here. Here I have to reduce the value of n, not the value of a, because value of a remains same. Up to 1 we have to print the numbers. Let me check. Now it is correct. Let's debug the code. Assume that the value of a is equals to 1. Assume that the value of n is equals to 5. So first checks 5 is greater than equals to 1. Yes, 5 is greater than equals to 1. So 5 will be printed. 5 becomes 4. 4 is greater than equals to 1. Yes, it's true. 4 will be printed. 4 becomes 3. 3 is greater than equals to 1. Yes, it's greater than equals to 1. So 3 will be printed. Then 2 will be printed. Then 1 will be printed. 1 becomes 0 over here, but for 0 it is not greater than equals to a because the value of a is 1. So this program terminates and it prints 5 4 3 2 1 onto the screen. Clear? Now let's see this program into the notepad. This is the program. Integer a is equals to 1 and n. Then I am accepting one number from the user. Here I have entered 5. Then it checks that 5 is greater than equals to 1. That means 5 is greater than equals to 1. Condition becomes true. So what it prints? Value of 5, that is value of n, that is 5. 5 becomes 4. Repetition goes up. 4 is greater than equals to 1. Yes, it's greater than equals to 1. So 4 is there. 4 becomes 3. 3 is also checked. Then 3 becomes 2. 2 is also greater than equals to 1. So 2 will be printed. 2 becomes 1. 1 is also equals to 1. And then 1 becomes 0. But 0 is not greater than equals to a. So program terminates and it prints 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 onto the screen in separate line. So I hope this program is also clear for all of you. Now let's see some another code. Suppose I want to print 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 using while loop. Now what is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? These are the even numbers which comes in between 1 to 10. Again I am repeating my statement. These are the even numbers which comes in between 1 to 10, that is 2, 4, 6 and 10. Let's start with the same. Write a program to print 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oops, what happened? Write a program to print 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 using while loop. Clear? Let's start. We have to start with 1 itself. No need to enter our value, so let me make it comment. Comment will not execute in the program, but it shows into the code. Now while a, that is 1, while a less than equals to 10, I have to check from 1 to 10. Then in this while loop I have to put a one condition: if a modulus 2 double equals to 0. That means if a is divisible by 2 and if remainder is 0, then that number is even. So I have to print that particular number, that is a. Now if number is even, then it will be printed, otherwise it will be incremented. So a plus plus. Here no need to declare the variable called n, so I am just removing it. Let's save the code and let's execute the program. Why there are so many commas over here, I don't know. Let's remove this comma. Now there are no syntactical errors. Let's execute the code and 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 is there. Now let's see how it works by debugging the code. Press F7. First value of a is 1. 1 is less than equals to 10. Yes, it's less than equals to 10. So loop repeats. It will check. That means it will divide 1 by 2, but the remainder is not 0, so it will not print onto the screen. A becomes 2 because I have write a plus plus. 2 is also less than 10. 2 is divisible by 0, so 2 will be printed. 2 becomes 3, 3 is also less than 10, 3 is not even, it will not print, 3 becomes 4, 4 is less than equals to 10, 4 is even number, so it is going to be printed, 4 becomes 5, 5 is also less than equals to 10, 5 is not even number, so it will not print, 6 is less than 10, 6 is even, so it will be printed, 6 becomes 7, 7 is less than 10, but it is not even, so it will not print, 7 becomes 8, 8 is less than equals to 10, 8 is even number, so it will be printed onto the screen, 8 becomes 9, 9 is also less than equals to 10, but it is not even, so it will not print, 9 becomes 10, 10 is also less than equals to 10, 10 is even number, so 10 will be printed, 10 becomes 11, but this while loop becomes false because the value of a is 11, which is not equals to 10, so entire repetition stops and it prints 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 onto the screen. So in this way it prints even numbers in between 1 to 10 using while loop. Let's see the same program in Notepad. Let me remove this command once because it might disturb you. This is the program. Value of a is 1, so assume that the value of a is equals to 1. Will the a is less than equals to 10? Yes, 1 is less than 10. It goes inside these brackets. 1 divides by 2, remainder is not 0, so this condition becomes false. It will not print the value of a becomes 2, repetition goes up, 2 is less than equals to 10, yes, it's less than equals to 10, 2 is divided by 2, yes, the remainder is 0, so 2 will be printed, entire repetition repeats up to 1 to 10, in that 1 to 10, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 will be printed, 10 becomes 11, but for 11 my main while loop becomes false, so this entire repetition will not work and it prints 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 onto the screen. So in this way this printing of even numbers using while loop works. Excuse me. Fine. Let's make some another program. One simple modification I want to do in this program, instead of this even number I want to print odd number. What should I have to do? A single change converts this program from even numbers to odd number. What are the odd numbers in between 1 to 10? These numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. These are the odd numbers. By changing a one statement, the entire program displays odd number instead of even numbers. What change I have to do? Those students who have given the answer that over here not equals to I have to write for printing the odd numbers, all they are correct. Right? So this is the logic. This thing we have to learn into the C. By making a simple change into the one line, the entire program gives a new output. So I hope all of you have clear-cut idea about how the while loop works. Again I am repeating the statements. Don't write a semicolon after this while statement, even after this if statement, because it is going to check the condition, and without checking the condition it is not decided that it is true or false. That's why we don't have to write semicolon over here. Now suppose I want to convert this program that will print the odd numbers between 1 to n. What I have to do? Simple. First I will open this commented line. Here I will declare a one variable called here I will declare a one variable called n. I will check the condition up to n, and that's it. Let me save the code, execute the code. Instead of 10 I am giving 20. For 20, how many numbers are there as a odd? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19 are the odd number in between 1 to 20. It is going to be printed onto the screen. So this is the program for displaying odd numbers in between 1 to n. I request all the students kindly note down all these programs in your journal once you complete in your mobile application or over your laptop. First complete all this program in the mobile phone or laptop. Once you successfully complete all these programs, note down all this into the journal in a sequence of definition, program and the output of the program. Clear? Let's go ahead. I have done this 1, 3, 5, 7. Now suppose I want to go for this program 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64. I want to print this series 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32 and then 64. How can I do this? For that, let me close this program first. Let me write this over here 1, then I want 2, then I want 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, then 64. Square of 1 is 1. That's fine. 1 and then 2. This will not work. Let me have these two variable a is equals to 1 and b is equals to 2. Now suppose I print a, it will print 1 onto the screen. That's fine. Then suppose I print b, it prints 2 onto the screen. Now suppose I multiply b with b itself, that means I will make a square of b. Then the value of last value of b is 2. 2 becomes 2 raised to 2 becomes 4. Now again b into b works. Suppose I put it into the loop. So 4 raised to 4 will not work. I need to change the logic. Here I have to multiply the value of a by b. 1 into 2 becomes 2. Then suppose I increments the value of a by 1. A becomes 2. 2 into 2 becomes 4. I increments the value of a becomes 3. 3 into 2 becomes 6. I don't want this 6, even this logic will not work. Let me make this program directly. Let's see will it work or not. 1 2 1 then 2 4 8 16 and 64. No need to declare n over here because limitation is fixed. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now let me repeat this program up to 5. Then printf %d %n a multiply by 2 a plus plus. Let's see. Let me first check what will be the output. 2 4 6 8 10 9. Save, compile, run. A multiply by 2 1 2 2 2 into 2 4. No, it not works. 1 then 2 becomes 4. 16 I don't know. Some mistake is there. To make a square, let's do this. One, 4, 9, 16, 24. Even it will not work. Something I'm missing. Let me check. Is equals to 1 print I. Then I have to multiply I by 2. Okay. A as it is, then I a into 2. Code has no effect. A is equals to 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Fine. Let me do 4 5 6. Let me write 10. 1 2 4 8. Directly I will write 64. Yes. 1 2 4 6 1 2 4 8 16 32 and 64. Yes, we'll get the output. Let's debug the code. A is 1. Check that a is less than equals to 64. Yes, it is less than 64. It prints 1. 1 into 2 becomes 2. 2 is less than 64. Yes, 2 will be printed. 2 into 2 becomes 4. 4 will be printed. 4 into 2 8. 8 is printed, 8 became 16, 16 will be printed, 16 became 64, 64 is also less than is equals to 64, so 64 will be printed, 64 becomes 64 multiplied by 2, what will be the output? 64 into 2 is 128. So for 128 this while loop becomes false and program gets terminated by printing 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64. Now let's see this program in Notepad for better visibility. Let's do it fastly because time is already exceeding. Open is 1, 1 is less than equals to 64, 1 will be printed, 1 becomes 2, 2 is less than 64, 2 will be printed, 2 becomes 4, 4 is less than 64, 4 will be printed, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 64, 64 becomes 128, but 128 this while loop becomes false, and finally onto the screen there will be the output 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 64 onto the screen. So in this way the entire program works. I hope all of you have a very clear-cut idea about all these programs. Thank you very much for listening, my students. We'll have a continued session in next lecture. Thank you for listening me. Have a nice day.